Hi, I'm Haley and welcome back to my channel. So today I have what is probably my most unhinged video yet, and that is me sitting here and talking about 13 different Christmas candles. Yes, you heard that right. I picked up 13 different both Christmas and just generally Christmas vibes candles to talk about here in this video today. I have Gourmands, I have Woodsy candles, fir scented candles, fruity Christmas candles, all of that good stuff. So if you want to know my thoughts on a ton of different Christmas candles from super affordable to ultra high end, keep on watching. So to start off, I'm going to organize the many candles I have here by general scent category. So I have gourmand, spicy, pine tree, fruity, and woodsy candles here. Some of them fall into multiple categories, but I'm just gonna talk about them in the category where I feel like they fit most. This will kind of allow me to make some comparisons and also allow you to skip ahead if there's one category that you really prefer over all others. Like if you're just a gourmand lover, you know, you can just watch the gourmand section and all of that good stuff. So the first candle I want to talk about is from the brand Sniff, and this is the half-baked gingerbread smash candle, which I believe is a collaboration with the influencer Half-Baked Harvest. And as you can see right here, I just have the 6-ounce size, which is the smallest size available. This size retails for $34 on the Sniff website, but I did get it on sale during their pre-Black Friday sale. They are having another 20% off sale right now, but I did see that this smaller 6-ounce size is sold out. So this candle has notes of baked gingerbread, chai, cinnamon swirl, nutmeg, spiked eggnog, frosty vanilla, and sugared leather. So first off, it's pretty little, and I do think this is quite spendy for a candle size this small. We'll get into talking more about, you know, value and to size ratio later in the video, because some of these are teeny tiny and ultra expensive. But I felt like this did fill a room pretty well, and I think it smells so good. So I just wanted to start off with this one because I truly feel like it's one of my favorites in the bunch. It smells so good. If you love the smell of warm Christmas spices, but you still like a really sweet gourmand candle, this one is for you. It also has a little bit of that milky lactonic eggnog vibe, and I think it's so lovely and just such a perfect evocative representation of the Christmas season. I don't really get that leather note that's mentioned, but I do really like this. I think it's kind of like a classy, you know, turned up a notch version of like some of the sweet, delicious candles you could get from like Bath and Body Works or Target, places like that. So I feel like it's just a really well done gourmand sweet Christmas candle, and I have been really enjoying it. My only complaint about this, apart from the price, is that I feel like this plastic lid is kind of cheap looking. So I mean, if Bath and Body Works can give us a metal lid, I feel like Sniff could have given us a metal lid. It just looks a little cheap right there. But other than that, I do think this is nice. It's good quality and I love the scent of this. Like I said, I feel like it can fill a room pretty well despite being small. It's not one that I would say like, oh, you'll have to relegate this to the bathroom. It filled my open plan kitchen and living area space pretty well. Among the people who were around when this was burning, this was a fan favorite. So if you love that traditional gingerbready, eggnoggy Christmas gourmand goodness, I would definitely consider checking this one out. The next candle up is also from a niche candle brand, and one that I've been super excited to try for a long time because I've heard a lot of hype about this brand here on YouTube, for example, and that is the New Savant. So I have 3 candles here from them that I'll talk about in each of the categories that they fit into, but this one is Early Light. So this candle has notes of rich espresso, steamed vanilla, speculoos, cookie butter, caramel drizzle, and sandalwood. Oh my gosh. This one is not necessarily a Christmas specific candle. I mean, it is a sweet, spicy cookie scent. Oh my gosh, it's just fabulous. I feel like if you just like this kind of scent, you could be burning it any time of the year, but it does kind of give off that deliciously Christmas baking spices vibe, and it is so yummy. I really get that caramel drizzle, cookie butter, and vanilla. It just smells divine. This kind of smells like, I think there used to be a spin-off of Cinnamon Toast Crunch called French Toast Crunch. And this reminds me of that in the best possible way. It just smells so freaking delicious. I absolutely love this candle. I'm so glad that I discovered it. But a few things to note about this one. So this tiny, teeny little size, which to me is barely bigger than like a votive size. This is 7 ounces and this is $42, which is so freaking expensive. I picked this up in the Black Friday sale, so I did get 20% off. But I feel like this is so expensive for what is really honestly a teeny tiny size. And because this is in this sort of like paint tin, it doesn't really burn all the way to the edge, which I kind of found a little bit irritating because you're getting even less burn than a candle in like a glass, like more open container. So that's a little bit irritating. I'm definitely going to be burning this so quickly. And the next size up in this candle, the 14 ounce, is $73, which is so expensive. And it's sold out right now, which honestly, I get it. I would buy that, but it just feels so expensive. But if you really love, like, I don't know, gourmands that aren't sickly, gourmands that are like a little classy, that are a few steps above like that Bath and Body Works cookie scent, this one is for you. This is so yummy and delicious. I freaking love this candle. I'm so happy that I picked it up. Really happy that I picked it up during Black Friday. And I just love it. If you really love cookie scents and you really love sweet scents, cozy scents, vanilla, but with a little bit of spiciness, this one is so for you. I freaking love this candle. My fiance also really liked this one too. Everyone loves this one and I'm so happy about it. Last note on this one, because it's small, it will not fill a room. This one is more of like a bedroom or bathroom. I don't know if you want your bathroom to smell like cookies, but this is really more of a small space candle just because of the size. Next up, we've got a couple of candles from Bath and Body Works. I did stop in during Candle Day and pick these up because they were less than $10 each, which I love to see. And is it even possible for me to do a candle video without mentioning at least a few Bath and Body Works candles? I don't know if it is, but I picked up a few that fit perfectly right in to the gourmand category. And the first one is a classic for sure, and that is Mary Cookie. So if you love those cookie scents, again, this one is so for you. It has notes of fresh baked cookies, sparkling sugar crystals, and rich vanilla. And this is just so yummy. It smells like sugar. It smells like cookies. It just smells so good. It kind of has like a caramelized vibe a little bit while still being really fluffy and just like very pure. Like it doesn't have nuance. It is what it is, and what it is ultra delicious. So I would say if you like this one but you want to upgrade, try the New Savant one out. And if you like the New Savant one and you want to try something cheaper, try this one out. This one is not spicy like this one. Like this one has that deliciously like spicy cinnamon clove cardamom vibe, as well as a richer vanilla scent. But I feel like they're just so pleasing, and because this one is so big and so strong, it can definitely fill a room pretty well, and for that I really enjoy it. I also picked up Gingerbread Bakery. This one has notes of gingerbread cookies, brown sugar icing, and a cinnamon spice. And I feel like it is what it says on the label. This is pretty good. It's not my all-time favorite. I still feel like I'm looking for like the ultimate gingerbread scent. Like I'm still looking for the gingerbread scent that really speaks to me. And I think this one is just decent. It was certainly worth the $10 that I paid for it, and I will of course absolutely burn this one. And it did fill a room pretty well because of the size. So yeah, I wouldn't say this one is my absolute favorite of the ones here, but I do like it, and I think it was definitely worth the money, especially on Candle Day. Next up, I have two candles that I would put into the spicy category. So these are both a little bit sweet, but spiciness is really the defining factor for both of them for me. And I feel like spiciness is very Christmassy. So we've got those Christmas warming baking spices. We've got cardamom, cloves, cinnamon, everything you would put into into eggnog or used to make cinnamon rolls or anything like that. And both of these candles deliver those vibes in spades. So they're both from the brand Net. I believe that's how you pronounce it, but I am not 100% sure, which is an ultra expensive, ultra luxe small candle brand. So the first candle that I have is Another Life, which has top notes of fresh citrus, ginger, and cardamom, mid notes of lavender, cedarwood, and steamed milk, and base notes of patchouli, coffee, vanilla creme, and a cocoa shell. And I definitely get the spiciness from those notes, so the cardamom and ginger, and then that lavender, and definitely the patchouli as well. So it's kind of just like a spicy vanilla scent. I think it's really nice for the fall and winter. Again, this one isn't a specifically Christmas scent, but I just feel like it fits in so well with like the Christmas vibe. If you really want like a lovely spicy candle to light in the morning or anything like that, I think this is so nice. It's very like an understatedly classy fragrance, and like I said, this is so freaking expensive, but I really feel like the quality is there. Like the gorgeous smoked glass vessel is incredible. So this was $78 for this candle, which is way too expensive. I will own that. I did get it on Black Friday, so I got 20% off on these, but I do think they're nice. I don't know if I'll become a repeat customer of this brand just given how spendy they are, and I don't think this is like super impactful. It's not like some of the other candles where I'm like, they fill a room, they're incredible, they're like noticeable to everyone who walks by. I feel like this is a little more subtle, but I am enjoying it. Also, I just want to say, whoever writes the copy on these, chef's kiss, you deserve a Pulitzer, because that's what got me to buy these. So this one says, the quiet of early morning, vanilla cream swirled into coffee, fragments of last night's dreams, the faithlessness of memory, a theory of soulmates and second chances. If I'm right, I'll tell you in another life. They're all just like poetic and cool girl vibes on these ones, and you know, it sucked me in. It worked. And then the next candle that I picked up from Net, I think this one is in their regular line, but this is Chai Milk. This one has a double wick setup right here and is in this absolutely gorgeous, beautiful, like pinky lavender handmade vessel. Absolutely love this. I will be keeping this one for sure if I'm gonna keep any of them, just like once it's done burning. But this is so fabulous. I could smell it immediately when opening the package. It was like seeping through the all the packaging and the wrapping and all of that. It smells insanely strong and good. They also like wrapped everything in these really adorable gift boxes that I'm definitely going to be keeping to just like organize stuff in. So I thought that was a really nice touch. So this candle has top notes of incense, orange, and cardamom, mid notes of clove buds, cinnamon bark, and brown sugar, and base notes of sandalwood, cashmere, patchouli, and tonka. And I feel like that is such a good description of what this fragrance is. So I really get those deliciously spicy notes, the cardamom for sure. It's like the tiniest bit lactonic. So it's like a really dark chai latte that is like super like intensely steeped with like those chai spices. It smells fabulous. I really do also get the incense and the patchouli and the sandalwood here. Just really fabulous. A little bit of that brown sugar too. So if you love the smell of chai, if you love those deliciously spicy fragrances, I would definitely check this one out. I really enjoy this one. I like that it has the double wicks on here. Once again, this is super expensive. It's $82, but I really like this one. Of the two, I definitely am liking this one a little bit more just because it's so fabulous and I've really been enjoying burning it. Next up, I have a candle that falls into the pine tree or fir category. I'm not always a huge fan of super like one note pine tree traditional Christmas candles, so I don't always go for those. This one that I have here is a kind of more complex candle that has fir as one of the many notes, and that is only in New York from the New Savant. This is really great. It has notes of almond extract, caramel macchiato, cashmere musk, and frosted fir. And this is just so lovely and wonderful. I've really been enjoying burning it, and so have the other people in my household. And I can really smell all of the notes here. It's just fabulous how these notes come together. I smell the almond, I smell the caramel macchiato, I smell the cashmere, and I smell the frosted fir. I just think it's a really great take on a fir scent without being just like pine tree, and it's really lovely. Again, the only complaint that I have with these is it's burning like not all the way to the edges, so I burned it pretty quickly. So I really don't love that. I don't know if that's an issue that other people have had with these, the new Savant candles, but again, they're super expensive, so I would rather that not happen. We'll see what my experience ends up being. I do burn these for like enough time to go out to the edge every time, so I'm not sure what the issue is there, but I do really like this. I think it smells incredible. My fiance really loves this one, and I think if you are looking for a festive kind of like fir tree, Christmas tree candle, but you don't love that just like one note, you know, like Christmas tree farm candle from Bath and Body Works candle, I would definitely check this one out. Okay, and then next up I have a ton of candles in the fruity category. So these are all what I would call like Christmas fruits, like citrus, mulled wine, things like that. I'll go into each of them as I go because they're all a little different. So the first one in this fruity category is one that is honestly too rich for my blood. I don't know what I was thinking. This is the Diptyque holiday candle. Friandise is the one that they have this year, which I believe means sweet treat, at least according to the Diptyque website. And this was $84 for this tiny little size 6.5 ounce here. And it was interesting because on the Nordstrom website where I bought this, all the reviews were like, this is so gourmand. I love this. It's so sweet and gourmand. And I don't find this to be gourmand at all. So in the, you know, scent breakdown on the Diptyque website, it says it's supposed to smell like pine trees, pine cones, and gingerbread. And even the outer packaging box is covered with gingerbread men. And I do not get that vibe at all. This does not smell like anything baked or sweet to me. I kind of get the pine vibe, but it honestly smells like oranges, like a Christmas orange with like cloves, maybe some like cranberries or something like that, like some sort of like marmalade-y cranberry like sauce or something like that. It smells good, don't get me wrong. It's just 100% not what I was expecting, and I do not find this to be gourmand or gingerbready at all. I think it's nice, but it's totally not what I was expecting, and I would not recommend blind buying this off of like the description on the Diptyque website or any of the reviews on Nordstrom or anything like that. I just did not find this to be true to the description, and that's kind of disappointing. This is pretty small. Like at first I was like, it's too small. It's like not really gonna fill the room or anything like that, but I did feel like I got a pretty decent scent throw off of this, and again, it smells good. It's festive. It's nice. It's just 100% not what I was expecting, and it, to me, it firmly falls into this fruity category because it is kind of like a winter citrus berry kind of cranberry scent to me. I also don't really like how the lid, you know, most of them, you know, they have some mechanism for keeping the lid attached to the vessel, but this one, it just kind of comes off. So I'm like, Diptyque, I feel like you could have done better. The felt label is kind of cool. I believe it's in collaboration with a designer who I'm not familiar with, but yeah, I don't think I would blind buy the Diptyque Christmas candle next year. And then next up is another candle from Sniff, and this is the Lost Claws candle. So they're saying this candle is spicy, gourmand, and woody with notes of cardamom, cinnamon, nutmeg, smoked marshmallow, peppered gingerbread, vetiver, caramelized patchouli, and milky musks. To me, this just smells like mulled wine. Like, I'm not really getting any of that. I get the spiciness a little bit. I don't get the smoked marshmallow. I don't get the peppered gingerbread. Caramelized patchouli, sure, I can see that. I don't get milky musks. To me, yeah, it just smells like mulled wine, which is why I put it in the fruity category. And also the throw on this candle is so bad. Like, at first, I even had it burning in my bedroom, which is obviously a smaller room than like the living room or anything like that, and I just wasn't, I was like, did I just waste so much money on this candle? So I don't know, I can't recommend this one. I just think, yeah, it gives like vague Christmassy vibes, but I wasn't really getting any of the story that they were giving with the smoked marshmallow or milky musk. Like I did not get any of that in this candle, and I didn't find it to be a gourmand at all. So while I don't think it's offensive, it's just like a kind of generically Christmas candle to me. I just, with the poor throw, I can't really get behind this one. But I will say, I love the colored wax on this. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love this kind of like Cabernet color, and I love brands that use like gorgeous colored wax like that. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Next up, I have another candle from the new Savant, and that is California Christmas. So this has notes of desert air, sun-baked sea salt, California oranges, cognac, and caramelized sugar. And I feel like they've been really hitting the nail on the head with their scent descriptions, because I really smell all of those notes, and I freaking love this candle. So if you really like Skylar's Pink Canyon with the grapefruit, pink salt, cedar, you would really like this candle, because I really get that citrus and salty vibe and the desert air vibe in this. I think it's so wonderful. So a lot of times I talk about fragrances as having like a California winter vibe, and I've definitely described Pink Canyon as having that vibe. It's a very specific vibe. The air is super dry, it's windy. It's not like a traditional Christmas or winter. It's definitely its own thing. You know, I just think it's so fabulous. So if you know, you know. But this is so wonderful. If you're looking for like a different vibe of a Christmas candle, definitely check this one out. Like if you're like out in the desert or something like that, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. But I think this is just so fabulous. You know, if you are from California or somewhere where it's not super warm on Christmas, I think you might appreciate this one, because it's definitely a non-traditional Christmas candle, but to me it's ultra realistic. It really, really hits the nail on the head with a certain California Christmas vibe, and I think this is so fabulously done. Next up, I have another candle from Bath & Body Works that I picked up on Candle Day, and that is 'Tis the Season. So this has notes of a rich red apple, sweet cinnamon, and cedarwood. And I think it smells exactly like that. I love apple scents. And it really smells a lot like, kind of like that potpourri apple-y vibe. I think this is a great take on a Christmas apple-y scent. And I do really like this a lot, but when it burns, it kind of has an odd musky undertone that I'm not loving. So I definitely like this one cold. So I can't fully recommend it for that reason, just because I feel like I can't recommend a candle that like smells better when it's unlit than when it's burning. But it's a little bit of a shame. I'll still finish burning this one because I don't think it's bad by any means. It just smells a little bit different to me, and it has this like kind of unpleasant musky vibe when lit that I'm not loving. Next up, I have a candle from a local brand here in LA. This is a small shop that does awesome, really high quality candles based around tabletop gaming like Dungeons and Dragons. And I think what they put out is so, so fabulous. My friend works there, but I think what they do is really great. So if you know someone who's into tabletop gaming like Dungeons and Dragons, I would definitely look to them for a gift. Plus it's great to support small businesses. But right here I have the Yule candle that they came out with for the holiday season, and I just think this is so freaking beautifully done. It has notes of firewood, cranberry, and cinnamon, and I just love the black wooden lid right there and the smoked glass vessel. It's so beautiful, and the actual box that it came in is so pretty as well. It's a beautiful deep red with like some hand-drawn illustration on it. Would make a really lovely gift. And this smells so wonderful. I think they do woodsy scents so, so well. I have another candle from them that I'm going to talk about in my woodsy scent section coming up. But I definitely smell the firewood, cranberry, and cinnamon. Like I said, with some of the other candles, it's exactly what it says on the labels. And it just smells really good. If you really like a cranberry vibe, like if you love that Thanksgiving-y cranberry scent and you like a smoky cranberry, I would definitely check this one out, because like I said, I think these are so quality and so well done, and I really love to see what they have on offer. Okay, so we've made it to the last section of the video, which are two candles I have right here that I feel like are perfectly woodsy for Christmas. So neither of them are specifically Christmas candles, but I feel like you can't go wrong with a woodsy candle at Christmas time. It's like the roaring fire, the Yule log, all of that good stuff. And I love both of these candles, and I love Woodsy candles in general. So the first one is Jo Malone's Wood Sage and Sea Salt. I feel like this is another perfect California Christmas candle because we've got the woodsy vibe, which is that like gorgeous crackling fire vibe, as well as the sea salt that kind of gives it that ocean air, ocean breeze vibe that I just feel like can be perfectly California Christmas. You know, it's not a traditional Christmas vibe, but it's still got that woodsiness. It's got that like bracing sea air vibe a little bit. And it's so lovely. You know, again, if you're looking for a woodsy candle, but not like a traditional one, I think this could be for you. I freaking love this candle. These are powerful too. For being small, I would say of the expensive candles here, this one really packs some of the most punch of any here. I feel like you really get what you pay for with these, which I can't really say for some of the other super expensive candles here. So I think this is really fabulous, and it's a scent that I love. And then last up for the video and last up in the woodsy candle section, I have another candle from Cantrip Candles, and this is the Long Rest candle. So this has notes of campfire and pine, and that's just what it smells like. And it is so well done. I've already burned through a whole one of these, and it's just fabulous. Like if you love a true, really woodsy, like you're in the woods, you've built a fire, all of that, this is just so fabulous. So I cannot recommend this enough. I think it's so well done. The vessel is so weighty and high quality. It burns so nicely, and it really can just fill a room. Even just having this one sitting out without lighting it, you can smell it. It just emanates this like delicious woodsy smell. And if you really, really love like a deliciously wood burning fire vibes candle, definitely check this one out. Phew, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me talking about one of my favorite subjects, which is candles. I'm so excited to keep burning more of these candles throughout the holiday season. I just think there's some really, really wonderful quality, just super delicious, super fragrant candles in the mix here. I'd love to know your thoughts down below. Are there any candles that you especially love for the holiday season? Let me know and I'll check them out. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.